Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of our program, Marriage and the Home. My name is Israel Tajomawo, and I'm indeed delighted to be with you today. On our program today, we have a special guest. He's a minister of the gospel, and he's a minister with the Church of Christ, my 12 and half. His name is Elijah Abere. Sir, you're welcome to our program.
Thank you very
We
much.
are happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we want to continue on our series. That is reasons for the challenges in marriage. In the last few episodes, we said that there are so many reasons responsible for the challenges of marriage. And today, we want to have a view from our minister to see, how these challenges, how one can go about these challenges. So I'm going to be asking him a few questions and we are going to learn from this. Believe me, when I say this, we are going to learn a lot from him. So you are welcome, sir.
Thank you very
We are
much.
indeed happy to have you. In the past episode, we talked about, we asked some questions, to help to guide us on this aspect of marriage challenges. We said, why do I need to get married? That is one of the questions we ask. The other one is, why is it important to get married, to get it right first? And the last one is, how do I get it right first? Actually, what we are trying to look at is that in marriage, one needs to get it right first. Getting it right first means being able to do certain things that, will prevent you from having problem in marriage. And we said that these are the things that makes people to get some of the problems that they have in a marriage. This is why they have them. So we want to ask our minister the first question. Some people think that the reasons why there are challenges in the marriage, one out of many reasons, is that the people fail to get it right first. That is, there are certain steps that they are supposed to take that they did not take before getting married. What is your take on this?
That is a fact. Once the foundation is wrong, the whole thing will have a problem. You are building a house on the sand, you know that it's going to collapse. So the foundation must be solid for the house to be strong. So they must get it very right from the beginning.
All right. Thank you very much. You can see foundation is key, which means that you need to get it right first from the beginning. Another thing we want to ask is, why is it important to get it right first?
It is very, very important to get it right first because, just as I mentioned, the foundation is key. When you plant a tree, a mango tree, at the early stage, you can bend it. But when it has grown to a big tree, you can no longer bend it unless you have to cut it. And that is why it is very, very good to get it right at the beginning. Bend whatever is not growing very well to what you want it to be from the beginning. Search all that is necessary for you to put in place before you go into marriage.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. You can see that when you don't get it right first at the beginning, when you get into the marriage, you are unable to take care of those challenges. As he has made some illustration, the mango tree, when it grows to a certain level, you cannot bend it, you cannot cut it, it becomes a problem. Now, considering all this, what are the steps that one needs to take to get it right first? You want to go into marriage and we say, okay, you need to get it right first. What are the steps that one needs to take?
Okay, thank you very much for this question. I think this is the key question because the steps you have to take, the first one is you need to bring God into your marriage.
All right.
Before you go into marriage, you should pray to God fervently. In fact, you should add fasting to it before you choose the rightful person that you want to get married into with. So you must pray. That is the first thing you should do.
Oh, yes.
The second thing is that you don't just rush into marriage.
Okay.
You have to take your time to investigate. One, investigate the person you want to spend your life with.
Yes.
Investigate the family, because family have a lot of influence
Yes.
on a marriage. So investigate every member of that family, especially the parents.
Yes.
Investigate them very well.
Yes.
And then ensure that you do not go into fornication and adultery.
Yes.
Don't commit sin.
Yes.
Because all those things will block your face. You will not be able to see the light until when the marriage has taken place. Marriage is not a bed of roses. So in going into marriage, don't look at the sweetness of the marriage alone, but also look at the difficulties that you may face, in marriage. You know, ask other people who are in marriage, let them educate you. Go for counseling. Ensure that you get some insight into what is in marriage and what it entails. You know, the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, you must have some knowledge about that person, and it's very, very important.
Okay, thank you very much. You can see there are basic steps that you need to take before you go into marriage, and those steps helps you to get it right first. And one of the things that they mentioned is that you have to go to God first. You have to pray. You have to commit your desire to God. And you don't just rush into it. You need to do a proper search. So he has said the Lord, and fornication too, you have to stay away from it. If you say you are looking for the right partner, you cannot be praying to God and be fornicating. Thank you very much. Now, in your experience as a minister, I'm sure you must have had some encounter. Have you really had any encounter like that? Maybe some people come to you, say they have challenges in marriage, and you discover that the problem, the root cause is the foundation, that they didn't get it right first.
Yes, actually, I've come across a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'll just give you some example. You know, in going into marriage, you need to do some checks, as I said.
Yes.
Some of them are your genotype, which are physical check. You need to find out whether your genotype, you know, is compatible with the other person. Otherwise, if you are AS and AS, you may produce only SS as your children. These are, you know, issues that we are trying to handle. And apart from that, there are some who say that age is just a number. And when they are going into marriage, they find a lady that is older than them, and they go into the marriage without making up their mind on how to handle the situation that will come out of the age. So they are saying that a man will be complaining that my wife does not respect me because I'm younger than her. You understand that? Because anything he says, the woman, when she gives her own opinion, it's like she's not respecting him. That is what he feels. And the woman too is feeling that, oh, this man is feeling inferior before me because I'm older than him. So this is causing a lot of problems in the family. Before you go into marriage, you have to, you know, agree within your heart that you are going to live with this kind of condition and how you will manage it, so that this kind of situations will not come. Also, there are some people who have gone into marriage and they discover that they are unable to move along with the in-laws. It's very difficult. It is because of the situation that they found themselves. They never investigated whether they can move on with these people rightly, or they can manage them, because there are some certain people that cannot be managed.
Yes, quite an experience, I must say. With all these experiences, you know, some people have already gotten into this marriage, you know, and because they didn't get it right first, they didn't take these right steps, you know, in the right direction to get it right first, they are already there. Do you have remedy for such people that are already facing this problem because of they didn't take the right steps?
Well, as I said before, when you plant a mango tree and it has grown, it is not easy for you to bend it. But there are still remedies to eat. There is what we call control. You can control the mango so that it does not grow beyond the level it is, and manage it at that level. You can control it. So control will come in. First of all, you need to accept your situation. This is the person I have married, and it's my wife for life, it's my husband for life. So you should accept that situation. Again, the Bible has told us clearly from the book of Ephesians chapter 5 from verse 23 to 25 that the woman should be submissive to the man.
Yes.
So whatever the condition of the man, whether he's younger than you, whether he's poorer than you,
yes,
whatever situation he finds himself,
yes,
you should give him that respect. He said you are not doing it to him, but to the Lord. So you should give him that submission, respect him in all things. Then for the man, you have to love your wife. In fact, these two things are unconditional. It is not because your wife is submissive to you, then you have to love her.
Yes.
You should love her whether she's submissive or not.
Yes.
Whether you are compatible or not. You know, love her from the bottom of your heart. That Bible passage says you should cherish her as you cherish your own body.
Yes.
You know, so it's not something that you say because she's not what the spec you want. You know, from discovery, that because of that you will now be harming her or thinking evil about her or maltreating her. No. You have to treat her fairly. You have to treat her as you would treat yourself. Love her, cherish her. Another Bible passage made it very clear for us that the man should live with the woman with understanding. With understanding, and you should know that she is a weaker vessel. So all this should be playing in your head. Remember, that Bible passage also said that if you do not do that, your prayers will be hindered. So some families don't get it right. They don't get progress because the man is not dealing fairly with the woman. Also the same thing, you know, when you read from that First Peter chapter 3 from verse 1 to verse 7, you see that the woman is to treat the man as Lord, the owner. So she has to be submissive to the man. And the man must love her so much that he will carry her like an egg. You know, as a weaker vessel, like an egg. You know, when you carry an egg, you don't go and fight. You don't go and quarrel with people because it will get broken. So you have to, you know, respect her, take care of her, you know, deal with her as a human being, somebody that
cherish her.
You cherish her very well, you know, no matter the situation that comes up. Whether she's arrogant, she's anything, it does not affect your love to her. Same thing, the other way, your submission as a married woman does not affect the condition your husband turns to be. You have to respect him. You have to love him. You have to care for him. You have to, you know, take care of the children for him, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Thank you very much. There you heard it. If you find yourself in this kind of situation, you are already married, and you discover that you haven't taken the right steps. What do? You have the remedies. The minister has given the remedies for you, some of the things that you need to do. We want to ask the last questions. There are some young people that are not married yet. They intend to get married soon. What is your advice for them in this direction?
Well, my advice for you young men and women who are about to go into marriage is that, one, you should approach God before you think about marriage. And two, you should, you know, meet a counselor to talk to you about marriage. It is not a bed of roses. It is something that when you go in, you cannot come out of it. It is for life. Until death do you part. So you must do all these things. You have to investigate the family of your wife to be or your husband to be. Investigate even the man, that man you want to marry, and that woman you want to marry. Investigate one another, you know, very well, and be sure that this is the kind of person you want before you go into it. Again, ensure that you look at both the physical compatibility and spiritual compatibility. Do you attend the same church? If no, then that could be a problem at the end of the day. Your children will be divided. Some may follow you, some may follow her, and there will be confusion at home. So you must be, you know, religiously compatible. Then another thing is that you must be physically compatible. Physical compatibility has to do with a lot of things, you know, such as your genotype must be the same. I mean, must must be compatible, because if it is not, you may have children that will create problem for you, financial and problems and agony because of sickness. And apart from that, you need to have compatibility in other areas, which are physical, like education, you know, like age, and so on and so forth. All these things, you must look into them before you go into marriage. It will help you because you must open your eye to go into marriage. Don't start marriage with sexual immorality. It will blind your eyes. You will not be able to see all these things we are talking about. So go into marriage with clean heart, talking to God, and God will definitely direct you to the right person.
Thank you very much. I think that's a lot to take in. For those who are looking forward to getting married soon, you have the advice. Take it. It will do you a lot of good. Once again, I want to appreciate you for coming to our program. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Our viewers, we thank you for watching. We want you to continue to watch. There's a whole lot you are going to learn as you continue to follow us on this program. If you have not subscribed, look at the button below that says subscribe and hit on that button. If you have questions, you have queries, please leave comment for us. We'll get back to you. Once again, I say thank you till we come your way again next time. Bye.